Hello there, welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadiel. Kabiro, I'm glad that you've decided to join us for political conversations that I hope will build this country even as we're progressing towards this year's general elections. These conversations are usually simple and biased. Prof puts them as hard-hitting and they are always truthful. I'm joined by him. How are you doing, sir, today?
Well, a little under the weather, but fine.
Your voice is changing. Right?
Yes.
I heard there's a corona. Maybe we should start putting on masks around
I think
here.
so.
Huh?
We need to.
Do you think you have COVID?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's get into today's conversation. We're speaking about impeached governors. Question is whether they should be cleared to vie once again. We have Sonko, we have Ferdinand Waititu from Kiambu. What do you think? Should they be cleared by IEBC or should Kenyans decide on the polling day?
You see, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
And people like Sonko are my friends.
Okay.
That aside, I think I've maintained that we need clean leadership. I'm not so sure an impeached governor, the process and merits notwithstanding, will be the right candidate to seek re-election to office.
Okay.
From where I stand. But I'm talking like a layman and as a Kenyan who loves this country. Because even an impeachment is rarely about what is right and what's wrong. An impeachment is a political process. So many people impeached across the world. And you know, it's not a legal process. It's not really, it benefits from the law in the matters of process and so on and so forth. And it doesn't have to be right. You don't have to have done anything wrong. You just have to have been afoul of the politics. So when we say somebody impeached, we are not saying they are even wrong. But we are saying now that you have been impeached, to seek office, especially the same office, is a little out of this world.
So you as an aspirant, you should be the one to pull yourself out and not let IBC do that for you.
Don't go by whether they were right or wrong.
Okay.
Many times they are not right. Many times the things they cite for impeachment, and they are not there.
But some say this is just...
If you read even the American, when Congress was impeaching, they impeached actually. They impeached Trump.
Yeah.
You know, there's the impeachment, then the trial.
Yes.
He succeeded at the trial where the impeachment failed. But he had been impeached by Congress.
Yes.
If you look at the reasons they were giving, they're all far-fetched.
Okay.
So impeachment is rarely about what is right and what's wrong. It's a political process. So let's not go into the benefits, into the merits.
Yeah.
So once you've been impeached, you are stretching things too far to seek same office.
But what if you feel like the people want you back again? You feel like these people, it was political, but people want you.
If people love you, if people want you, they love you. And if people love you, don't you love them also? If you love them, be mindful of their tomorrow. Okay. Know that no society, no organization, no country can succeed if its leaders are not above board. You get it? Yeah. So integrity of leaders is fundamental to the growth of any institution, any country, any nation, and any government. That no progress can be made if leaders have integrity issues. So to the extent that you have been impeached, you have integrity issues. The merits or otherwise notwithstanding.
So when you look at...
That's why they say Caesar's wife must be beyond reproach.
Okay.
Mere suspicion is not good for Caesar's wife. Mere suspicion.
Okay.
So Kenyans get this thing wrong. A couple of years ago, the man was they call president of the IMF in a hotel somewhere in America. It was alleged he had tried to take advantage of some, they call them chambermaids or something. Yeah. They just get people who clean your room. Yeah. When you are in a hotel and make your bed.
Crew,
that you're supposed to have done one or two things. Within a couple of hours or minutes, he had resigned. Which Kenyan will resign?
So integrity should come from...
But if you looked at the case later, there was no merit in the case. Okay. But the guy had already resigned.
When you look at CJ Mathakome, she's saying that they will not be allowed, even though there are cases like for Governor Mike Sonko still on trial right now. She says you are impeached and you stay impeached until the impeachment is reversed. Would you say this is the right argument for people like Governor Mike Sonko?
I think these people, they are good people. I've told you Sonko is my friend. They are good people.
So you don't want to speak badly?
No, what they should just do is to see, okay, hii ujinga hii, wacha tu nijiondoke.
Eh.
Because you are a good person. There is tomorrow. This thing will come to its full conclusion sometimes in due course. Not yet now. So if you go into there, you are going into the hole. Na unazidi kujipaka matope because you will not be cleared. Another bad thing on your name. Why not just watch from far? Say, let this election pass. I'm sure by 2027, these things will have been sorted out. Songo cases will have come to an end. Most of them are far-fetched. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
A good number of these things, they can't be prosecuted in court.
Okay.
That's why this year only arrest people and put them in the media, but they never prosecute a case. Have they even one successful? Almost none.
But when you say that, I'm looking at this politician who says if they're politically brought into the impeachment, and you say he should wait, what would make them think that come 2027 the politics will not be there and he'll be able to run again? Maybe it's time you.
These are things that are being looked into. Cases are in court. The new constitution is going to come in place. I believe Raila Odinga is going to win. And then the BBI will continue. One of the things BBI was addressing is how long a case should take in court. So you see.
Yeah.
So they should support BBI. They should support Raila. He wins the presidency. And if Ruto is also willing to change, to look at the constitution in things of that nature, like how long it will take for a case to be in court, the maximum for BBI, I think, is 1 year or 6 months. I can't remember. If Ruto comes up with a similar package, let's vote for him.
Okay.
And let's hope that by the year 2020, by the end of 2023, all these things will have been settled in a constitutional legal manner. So that if, for example, you have integrity issues, instead of saying until all appeal is heard, or instead of the other side saying so long as you have been cited, don't stand. Let's have the right thing. Let the constitution say these things will be handled in 6 months. You can be patient for 6 months.
No, this should be solved in the next.
And we can also add, when you are making the laws, but Kenyans are always lazy, we can say no integrity issues will be brought into the picture against a person 6 months on election or 9 months on election.
Okay.
So if you have something and the election's around the corner, hold it. Hold it. Should have said it earlier. So that we have enough time to process the allegations, the integrity questions, the corruption questions within 6 months and within the time for the next election. We are able to, we can do this.
It's that simple.
It's simple. The only problem with Kenya, we are lazy. We don't want to think about something deeply. You cannot, it may not be right, and we are not there so far. So just because Sonko has been cited for something, it should not run. That's in America and Europe. We are not quite there. We shall get there. Again, to say we wait until 10 years as the case drags on, again, we don't love our country. So the compromise, in my view, is a constitutional amendment that settles this thing once and for all.
Okay.
That once a certain case is brought before court of this nature, it must be done within 6 months. And if somebody is mentioned with the integrity or corruption issues and are going to run, the case must be settled before they run. And if it is, you have a case before somebody and it is not possible for the case to be run, to be prosecuted in time for the running, you pend it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about Sonko. Let's go after the election, bring it now.
Okay.
Yeah, you are fair to all sides. Yes, to the country, to the people, to the prosecutor, to this year, everybody.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
When you look at the members of civil society who have come out and they have pointed out 25 politicians who, according to them, have failed the integrity test. On top is Rigathi Gachagua, Deputy President William Ruto's running mate for this year's elections. They're saying that they should not be allowed to vie because of now for them it's also about corruption. Some, like in 2017 it was Obado's case. Remember his case. What do you make of this? Should they be? Are they right that when you look at these ones, is this the same case as those that have been impeached?
But you see, they are trying to be like Ocampo by balancing ODM and PNU. They're also trying to balance Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. But there are other people who are not there on that list. Where is Ruto? He's supposed to be on that list. Even Raila.
Even Raila?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, why are they, where are they leaving others?
All of them have a spot.
Where is Ruto? Where is Uhuru?
Yeah?
Where's Uhuru? Yeah.
All of them?
Nobody's clean in this country. So that route to me is not a good route.
That list?
That route,
Uh-huh.
forgive my call, that route to me is not a good route. Because that list is not exhaustive. There are many people I know who are not supposed to be in parliament.
Okay.
I don't want to mention, but there are people who are MPs who have eaten money. They have been removed from the register of LSK. They are lawyers.
Okay.
But they are in parliament. And they are going to stand again and they will win. So that list is not exhausted. It is selective.
Okay.
I think we need a much more comprehensive thing. But in terms of the candidates themselves, they must do something. They must think about this country. Because, let me tell these people, you create room for a demagogue.
What do you mean by that?
Yes.
Huh?
With this level of impunity, I only refer them to Ghana.
Yeah.
Let nobody think it is too late. Demagogues can still come in. Americans, they saw Trump come in. He's not a demagogue, but I love him myself. But he came in. Why? When the swamp is too much, someone will come and drain it. Or so they will say. So this level of impunity can create bad situations in a country.
But you see, this civil society has a campaign. It's called the Red Card Campaign.
Yes.
They're trying within the next 70 days to ensure that these people, even if they're cleared by ABC, Kenyans do not vote for them. Will this campaign make at least a difference? Because it all ends up with Kenyans in that ballot, in the polling station.
Kenyans do not care about theft of public property. In fact, they celebrate their thieves. That's why if I run for office, people say, what have I ever done? You are not development conscious. Which children have you sponsored to school? Which church have you helped build?
Okay.
How many iron sheets have you brought to your nearest school? Those are the questions they will ask before they think about me as a candidate. But they all know that if they know my salary. They know I can only do that if I steal. And the person to steal from is government.
Okay.
It is their own money. And they don't seem to care. So we must bring in an institutional framework that makes stealing difficult. And that makes theft something highly punishable.
So this Red Card campaign is nothing
This is a waste of time.
But what does this mean?
You'll put everybody in jail.
What does this mean for
my thinking is, let's start afresh. Start afresh.
Everything.
Yeah. You can steal, you keep what you have stolen.
When you are
but try and steal when I'm president of this country. My friend, you'll get into problems. 1 shilling of government, try and steal.
Those who have stolen, they stay with them.
We can think about them later because there are some people who have put structures on riparian land, on blocking water, grabbed public schools, spaces. Those ones can always turn to you to touch. So those. But others can continue staying in Karen. But if we get you elsewhere, you didn't pay, despite stealing, you are not paying your taxes. We'll come for you.
Can Kenyans trust the people?
But we shall not focus on the rear. We shall look forward. We shall draw a red line. A red line.
Pass.
That try and cross this red line. Just try. Shika shilingi moja ya serikali. Moja tu.
Now, I'm still thinking about the Deputy President and Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes.
Because it's him. Kenya Kwanza, Azimio la Umoja hasn't been affected by these conversations as Kenya Kwanza Alliance. What does this mean for the Deputy President and Rigathi Gachagua? Should they turn a blind side to all these conversations on integrity and impeachment and all these conversations? Or should they also talk about, as Martha Karua and Raila are talking about, how they can deal with corruption and how they can...
I think the focus should be on how to stop corruption.
Not economy.
You cannot talk of economy without stopping corruption. Which economy? I hear some people talking of revolution, economic revolution, without stopping theft. Every single penny that comes is stolen, so what will you do? You can't pay workers well because all the money is stolen. Workers are not paid well, so they steal more. They are not paid well, so they don't save. They don't save, so there's no investment in the country. They don't grow, you don't save, you can't grow the economy. So it's a vicious circle. You must stop theft first. So you have resources to put some of those things into practice, things you are saying you'll do. To pay workers well, civil servants. You know, to allow business to thrive. I don't know you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
It is the same thing, because when people steal money, you cannot increase his salary. Because his salary is pathetic, he must get a bribe and stand in the way of business. Somebody wants a permit. He's discarded because this guy wants a bribe. But this guy is taking a bribe because his salary is 20,000 shillings. We need to pay him 90,000 and we're paying him 20. So he's standing in the way of this guy who wants a permit to do business.
One thing leads to the other.
Yes, it's a vicious circle. It affects everything around. So you must stop the theft first. To get enough resources to pump into public expenditure. To borrow less. To borrow less means what you collect, you use well. You stop theft, you stop wastage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you stop the wastage and theft, you have resources you can use so that you rely less and less on borrowing.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
It's simple, but it requires a man or a woman at State House.
Okay.
I'm so happy with Mother Karua. If this thing can lead to a Mother Karua president at some point in the future, I will vote for Raila. I've never said, but because of Mother Karua, I can vote for Raila.
Today you have declared that because of Mother Karua, you are considering...
I wasn't going to vote for Raila or Ruto. I hadn't decided. I was looking at this. Of course, it was so tricky. I was maybe Baraza. There's somebody called Kukuba, Baraza somebody. Yeah, there's somebody there, somebody perennial kind from Bungoma. Maybe I was going to vote for him. Like,
Or Wajakom.
2013, I voted for Mother. Now I can reveal.
This time round, you feel...
Because of her, I can vote for Raila.
Finally, the big question.
Just hoping that one day she can be president. We need a man or a woman in State House. The day that person eats the Bible, thieves will be shaking from wherever they are. Impunity will die on that day.
You know you're campaigning for her right now.
No, I'm not campaigning for her. And
because all these people will vote for her because
this
you
is
said
my
that.
platform. I'm not on Citizen. It's my platform. I can campaign for her and send a bill.
So because of Martha,
yes.
Azimio, you feel
and I'm sure many people will think the way I'm thinking.
Let's have that conversation in our next conversation about Martha Karua and how the impact she'll bring in this country, especially to women. But for now, let's wind the conversation there. You say the integrity question should be left for the people themselves. Those people that have been convicted, they should step.
No, the way these people are organizing it, it will even end up favoring the wrong person. Because if you focus on Gachagua, they'll say, you see, we told you these people. We told you. So this Wanjiko Gikonyo lady, she should keep quiet. Go home. Wait after the election, then come and talk. Help us change the constitution. For now, you are campaigning for Rigathi. Because Ruto, mnaona. Hawa tumewashinda sasa wameenda kutafuta huyu mama. You know, Wanjiko Gikonyo, if she's listening and if somebody is listening, tell her you are campaigning for Ruto.
What's about integrity?
Leave. Even DCI and ESCC and I think, I don't know, say they will come back with issues. They will not take somebody to court between now and the election. People say, tunaona. We told them.
Watch it. They should
tumewashinda now, hata kuiba wameshinda vile wataiba. Sasa wameleta huyu mama afanye nini? So, Wanjiko Gikonyo, if you are listening to me, and if somebody will tell you, stop what you are doing. Stop it. Join me and the others. We are going to change the constitution of Kenya after these elections.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's conversation. Prof says, stop it. You're campaigning for Ruto. Until we do have these conversations again. Maybe it's just them doing what they have been paid to do.
This is the wrong timing.
But until we do have these conversations again, thank you so much. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.